Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the rules you've been playing by have changed. Suddenly, what you thought you understood about your money, your purchases, and even your investments no longer applies. The GST Council of India has made some game-changing decisions, and if you don't know them, you might just end up paying more than you should. Or worse, miss out on opportunities to save big. So stick with me for the next 10 minutes as we break down the 5 biggest GST changes in the simplest way possible. By the end, you'll know exactly what these changes mean for your wallet and how to stay one step ahead. But here's the thing, the tax system is dynamic, it changes frequently. So while I'll break down the 5 biggest GST updates for you today, I urge you to always do your own research and consult an expert if needed. Let this video be your guide, but remember to double check what applies to your specific situation. Now, let's dive in. India's GST system has been a roller coaster ever since it launched in 2017. For businesses, it's been a challenge to keep up with constant changes. For consumers, the complexity often makes us feel like we're paying for something we don't fully understand. But let's face it, ignorance isn't an option anymore. Every rupee counts, especially when inflation is hitting hard and the cost of living keeps rising. Now, let's dive into the first major change, popcorn. Yes, you heard that right. Popcorn. Because apparently the GST Council has decided that taxing this movie time snack is a priority. First one, GST on popcorn. So here's the deal. Ready-to-eat salted popcorn will now have a 5% GST if it's loose, 12% if it's prepackaged, and, hold your breath, 18% if it's caramel popcorn. Why? Because caramel popcorn has sugar, and that puts it into a higher tax bracket. But here's the bigger question. Why are we spending this much time debating the tax rate on popcorn? It's funny, but also frustrating. While the government says it's about fairness, many believe it's a distraction from larger issues. Now, before you laugh this off as just popcorn, think about how this kind of inconsistency could hit your pocket when applied to other items. If snacks can get this complicated, imagine what's happening with your everyday expenses. So, quick poll, next time you go to the movies, are you sneaking in your own snacks? Asking for a friend, but popcorn isn't the only thing catching the council's attention. Let's talk about something far bigger, used vehicles. Next one, GST on used vehicles. Buying a used vehicle used to be a smart way to save money, but not anymore. The GST on used cars, including electric vehicles, has gone from 12% to 18%. Yes, you heard that right, 18%. This tax is applied to the margin a dealer makes. So if a car is purchased for 5 lakhs rupees and sold for 6 lakhs rupees, the 18% GST is charged on that 1 lakh rupees profit. But guess what? Dealers might just pass that extra cost on to you, the buyer. Here's where it gets tricky. If you're planning to buy a second-hand vehicle, especially an electric one, do your math carefully. The added tax could mean it's not as affordable as you think, but don't worry, not everything is getting more expensive. Let's move to a potential tax cut you'll actually want to hear about. Now, GST on food delivery services. Good news for all the foodies out there. The GST Council is considering slashing the GST on food delivery apps like Swiggy and Zomato from 18% to just 5%. This could make ordering your favorite biryani or pizza much cheaper. Why the cut? Well, the government wants to encourage digital transactions and support the growing food delivery ecosystem. But don't celebrate just yet. This is still a proposal, not a decision. And as we've seen before, these discussions can take months to materialize. In the meantime, here's a tip. Try cooking at home. It's 0% GST and 100% effort. Now, while we wait for this tax relief, let's talk about a decision that's already in effect, and it's about health insurance. Now we see insurance premiums. The GST Council had a chance to lower taxes on life and health insurance premiums, but they've deferred that decision for now. Why does this matter? Because insurance is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Lowering GST could have encouraged more people to get insured, especially during uncertain times. For now, if you're planning to buy or renew insurance, don't wait for the government to act. Take control of your finances today. A small premium now could save you from massive expenses later. But speaking of saving money, let's look at something that's both surprising and hopeful. Nutritional initiatives. Next one is GST on fortified rice kernel. To promote nutrition in India, the GST Council has reduced the GST on fortified rice kernel, FRK, to 5%. This is a big step towards improving food quality in public distribution systems. Here's why this matters. FRK is added to regular rice to combat malnutrition, especially in rural areas. By lowering taxes, the government is making it cheaper to produce and distribute, ensuring more families get access to healthier food. But here's a thought. If they can lower GST on FRK, why not extend this logic to other essential goods? It's a conversation we need to have. So what does all this mean for you? From popcorn to insurance, these changes show how GST touches every part of our lives. Some decisions will save you money, others might cost you more. But the key takeaway is this: knowledge is power. If you know the rules, you can play the game better. Whether it's negotiating a better deal on a used car or choosing the right insurance plan, understanding GST changes is no longer optional. But here's the million-dollar question. What's next? What other changes could be on the horizon? Subscribe to find out, because I'll be here to guide you every step of the way. If this video helped you understand GST better, give it a like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more insights to help you make smarter financial decisions. One last thing, remember, the tax system is highly dynamic. This information is accurate as of now, but things can change quickly. Always stay updated by checking official sources or consulting professionals before making any major financial decisions. Until next time, remember, the more you know, the wealthier you grow.